how I take notes. In my entire YouTube journey, I have showed you my notes a couple of times but never actually shared the trick of making them. Well, for you, note making must be time consuming, but trust me, after watching this video, you'll come to know how to make quick, efficient, aesthetic notes with less efforts. If you have a look at someone's notes, you might not find them that effective. The reason is simple. It might be that the person has made the notes according to himself or herself. It has been scientifically proven that writing helps you in memorizing things in a better way. So if right now you are thinking that you're gonna make notes and you end up copying the whole book, then this is a sign for you to see this video and realize your mistake. To be precise, write short and effective notes. Till then, you can just have a glance at my biology notes. Okay, so let's talk about stationery. There is seriously no need of buying those expensive stationery. I recently bought these highlighters. Sometimes when people see my notes, they feel like I must be wasting a lot of time in making these. But the only thing I do is to write the important keywords and highlight the terms. All you need to include in your notes are some important questions, some PYQs, some questions which you tend to forget, some keywords, and questions that can come in your board examination. Try to make the notes as short as possible. And yeah, I also bought these highlighters, but I didn't like them. But yeah, you can use Luxor highlighters or the ones that are there in your nearby shops. And the pen that I prefer is Pentonic. Now let's start with the main format. Point of view, you are an ICSE or ISC student and your biology book seems like this. And you don't even have a slight idea of what to include in your notes. The only thing you're gonna need for this problem is the solution, and that is NCERT. As I've told you in my previous videos that you should refer to NCERT for precise explanations and keywords. An important thing for ISC and ICSE students to note is that slowly the ICSE board is shifting to CBSE pattern. I'm not sure about ICSE, but about ISC it's very sure. जैसा कि हम सब जानते ही हैं, एक अच्छे करियर के लिए एंड IIT एंड एम्स में एडमिशन पाने के लिए हमारा स्टार्टिंग से प्रिपरेशन बहुत स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए. 12th से ही हमारी कॉम्पिटिटिव फ्यूचर की तैयारी स्टार्ट हो जाती है. PW इस बात को समझता है एंड इसलिए अब आप PW से पढ़ाई करके अपनी क्लास 12 की प्रिपरेशन को स्ट्रॉन्ग कर सकते हैं PW के बैचेस से. इन बैचेस में आपको सारे टॉपिक्स बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ाए जाएंगे. 12th के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए परिश्रम 2.0 बैच है जो अब ₹2500 में नहीं ₹2000 में है. और सबसे बड़ी खुशखबरी ये है कि परिश्रम बैच के साथ आपको फ्री में मिलेगा परिश्रम. कंप्लीट 12th CBSE बोर्ड प्रिपरेशन बैच है एंड 31 जुलाई से स्टार्ट हो रहा है एंड 31 दिसंबर 2023 तक कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. This course is covering all subjects of science, be it physics, chemistry, biology, English, maths and weekly 5 days की क्लास होगी. Each subject duration will be 1 hour 45 minutes and आपको PW ऐप पे PDF नोट्स भी मिलेंगे. आपको मिलेंगे डेली होम असाइनमेंट्स अलॉन्ग विद डाउट सॉल्विंग इंजन जहां पर आप अपने सारे डाउट्स क्लियर कर सकते हैं. एंड ये आपको सब कुछ मिल रहा है ओनली फॉर ₹2000. दैट इज सच एन अफोर्डेबल प्राइस. सो PW कोर्सेज को परचेज करने के लिए डिस्क्रिप्शन में PW लिंक पर क्लिक करें. कोर्स को परचेज करने के लिए आप मेरा कूपन कोड यूज कर सकते हैं जिसमें आपको मिलेगा ₹150 का इंस्टेंट डिस्काउंट. जॉइन द बैच नाउ. So this is the format that I've made in order to make you understand how to include all the things. So, the first important thing is to write subheadings. Divide the page into 2 columns and whenever you write something that is important and you find a keyword over there, you should highlight it, or a better option should be underlining it with a pen, but with a different color pen. For the past 2 years, I have made a habit of writing the probability or rating of that question. Especially in physics, I have used this trick because whenever we had classes of physics in 11th and our teacher used to tell us that this is really important, extremely important. So whenever we had the next examination or the upcoming examination, we would definitely get that question. I don't do this often, but it's very important for you to summarize everything that you read. And you may add some important diagrams, and one very important thing is to add all the important points at the top. It can be based on your own understanding. For writing some important questions, you should refer to sticky notes, because over here when you see your notes and the questions combined together, you don't put that much emphasis on the question, you just read the notes and that's all. I see a lot of students making separate notes for school and for their own understanding. I don't know what's the point of that, because over here you're just wasting time. These are my school notes of physics and I made them in such a manner that there is no need to make a separate copy of these notes. And in case if I feel something is left, then I just add some points. All you need to include in your physics notes is derivation, diagrams and some numericals. Like over here, these are the separate notes that I made. Well, I just gave you an example of some students making separate notes for the same subject. But the difference is that Because derivations and numericals needs to be practiced, of course we have to practice them separately. The only difference over here is that I have added some extra pyqs. Note making in physics is not that difficult because over here we just have to practice. Now let's come to chemistry. As I've stated earlier, I have included some important points in the top space, and the rest questions, and reactions in chemistry are there. I've heard that making flowcharts, mnemonics, and mind maps makes you revise the entire thing in lesser time, but I've never tried those to be honest. In my chem notes, theory is not that much, only the formulas and some graphs and some important reactions are involved over here. Recently, I uploaded a study shorts, and in that, I was studying chemistry, and many were intrigued by these pages. So, let me just tell you these are my notes of haloalkanes and haloarenes, that is organic chemistry. You can call it a reaction sheet. If we talk about English literature, we just have to read the paraphrase, practice answer writing, and write down the meanings. In Hindi, our teacher makes us write all the notes in the class itself. So we just have to revise it at the day of the examination. So for those who have opted for Hindi as an optional subject in class 12, make sure you include it in the top 4 list. So I hope that you got an idea of making proper effective notes in less time. Try to make your notes in your class itself because it will be really beneficial when you revise them. If you are trying to take some and if you are trying to take your friends notes to study from them, trust me, it's just gonna be a reading because जब तक आप वो चीज़ खुद से नहीं लिखोगे तब तक आपको नहीं समझ में आएगी. For proper effective revision, first you have to write down those things, not everything but some important keywords, and then revise them from your notes. So from now onwards, start making notes that are short, effective, and less time consuming. I showed you how I make notes. All you need to do is to grab a highlighter, a pen, and your notebook. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Bye. Will you be my leading lady? I wanna